Hello and welcome to today's video. So the subject of today's video is how to increase your sales. So as I've said in previous videos, I run a business alongside Forever Living Products, have done for the last 6 years. Prior to that, I ran 2 traditional businesses, both actually service businesses that I've run before. And I've always been quite good at looking at where my customers come from and how to get more customers. So I'm going to share those tips with you today. So I think the first place you start at is working out what your ideal client or customer is. So no matter what profession you're in, whether you're in a service profession or whether you're in a product sales profession, you're going to know what is a really, really exciting customer, what is a really good order, as opposed to something that's maybe a very small order or a booking that maybe isn't going to get you excited. So that's tip number one. Step number one is actually to work out what your ideal client is. You can't get your ideal client or your dream customer until you know what that is. So I know exactly what kind of incoming email or incoming call will get me really, really excited. Step number two, top tip number 2 is to work out where your 30 last clients came from. So your clients or your customers, where did the last 30 come from? So I'm very good at the end of each month of going through my business and looking at exactly where my customers have come from, my new team members have come from. And again, if you don't know where the revenue's coming from, how can you hope to get any more? So that's top tip number 2, is actually to go through your accounts at the end of the month and actually work out where your clients came from. And by where they came from, I mean, where did they originate? So I get some referrals that are what I'd call 3-tier referrals. So I've had a customer who's then referred me to another customer and referred me to another customer. So where that customer came from is actually the beginning. So at the very beginning, where did I meet the first customer? Okay. And tip number 3 is working out where they came from. So it might be that you do networking, it might be that you met them online, they might be a friend, they might be a neighbour, they might be a referral or a recommendation. So where did they come from? Now I've gone through my books, as I say, each month. I know where my team members come from, where my customers come from. So then tip number 4 is to do more of the activities that work. So it's all very well to have a great new idea, go and get a new website, start doing social media campaigns, let's build an Instagram page. But actually, where did your 30 last customers come from? And if that's where your customers are, and that's how you work best, do more of that. I know that sounds really, really simplistic, but if you actually know where your customers come from, make a list, and do more of those activities. Okay, the other 2 remaining top tips: firstly, stay in touch with your customers. It's much, much easier to get a repeat sale or a repeat service than it is to find a new customer. So I do newsletters. I'd like to say monthly, but they're not quite monthly, but I do newsletters. Add your customers or your clients to a Facebook group so they can keep up to date with anything new that's going on with your business, whether you've got a new product or a new service. And good old-fashioned phone calls, just ring them up and see how they are, ask them what they did at the weekend, have they been on holiday, etc, etc. Build really good relationships with those customers, because repeat orders or repeat bookings are so much easier than going out and getting a new customer. And the last one is to make sure that your customers or your clients know everything that you do. So if you're like me, I've got quite a diverse business, and does my customer know everything that I do? Well, I hope so. I hope that I educate them quite well. But maybe you're a plumber and you go around and mend somebody's leaky tap, but do they know that you also install boilers? So do you leave them with a leaflet? Do they go on the newsletter? How do you educate your customers on everything that you do? So that is my 6 top tips. Number 1, what is your ideal client? Get that really specific. Number 2, where did your last 30 clients or customers come from? what were your last 30 customers? Number 3 is where did they come from? Do more of whatever activity it was that gained you those customers and clients. Number 5, stay in touch with your customers. And number 6, make sure they know your entire product range or your entire service range. So I really hope that helps, and I will speak to you all soon. Thank you.